Alright, welcome. This is Devin from Deadly Art Gaming. For those coming for the first time, welcome. For those coming back, welcome back. Today we are going to be going over my revamp of my shield throw build. Since 7.10 brought in a bunch of changes and stuff like that, so redid it a bit. I was trying to incorporate shield bash into the new skill, but it didn't feel right with it, so kind of was pointless to have it in there. So I'm gonna kind of go over the gear, the trees, and skills and all that fun stuff, and then at the end I will have some gameplay. I'm in a monolith right now, so I'm gonna do a run with y'all so y'all can kind of see it in action. And kind of go over some leveling tips of some gear and stuff like that of things that might help you get up in levels and stuff quicker. Um, but other than that, if y'all like the content, please smash that like button. If you want to keep up to date with this build and my other builds and my reviews and my live streams and all that stuff, smash that subscribe button. And feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below. We would love to have you. You can come in there, chit chat with us. You can even chat with me while I'm live streaming on Discord or through Discord. Um, and then when multiplayer comes out, y'all can feel free to join me and I'll help y'all farm gear, gear up, ask questions, whatever the case may be. But without further ado, let's get into it. First off, we're going to go over the tree, the passes first. So essentially, Sentinel, we're going to be coming over here, getting the block stuff, essentially block chance, heal on block, vitality and hydrogen, of course, just get some more HP out of there. Um, and then coming over, I put 1 point in here just to get this. It's nice since you're gonna be constantly killing a lot. This tends to be up majority of the time, so not a big deal. Something nice to have some extra uh, damage, of course, and armor. Um, so then we're gonna come down here. We don't grab anything else on here just because it doesn't really help us at all. Nothing in Void Knight, Forge Guard. We're coming over here. We're putting 1 point in here, um, and then just essentially just to grab this. I might with my as I level up, might go full in here. I'm not sure just yet. Um, I tried this a couple points in here just to see how well it worked, and it didn't seem to do a ton. I mean, it did raise my mana cost, so if we were to go this route, we would have to kind of just for the mana with the other skills I have, they're kind of mana hogs on themselves, and I don't want to get to the point where I can't cast shield throw. So essentially, we're just gonna come up here. Um, might get this, not sure. I'll test it out to see how much damage it does. Increases its, I mean, it's base damage, so it's nice, and it gives us block effectiveness. So, we'll have to see. But I don't know if it really would be worth it. I think that one would probably be a bit better. Not sure, just because of that mana cost stuff. But over here, we'll grab block chance, armor on block, just because gives you a lot more armor, especially since it's going to be up pretty much all the time. 10 stacks, it's going to be a ton of armor. Uh, Definitely going to be nice. Um, but other than that, that's pretty much the only thing that we'll grab from here, from Forge Guard. Then coming into Paladin, or Paladin, Paladin, however you want to call it. You'll want to grab all these at the bottom here to get the fire, physical fire penetrations. This to get your elemental resist and attunement for your healing and stuff like that. More block chance. Healing symbol. Nice to have some heals from it, and heals quite a bit. Um, Essentially, the main reason why we grabbed this is just because we need at bare minimum 5 points. And just with the resist, the way we can pull this off with, if we max this out, that's 1 elemental resist protect we don't have to put on a piece of gear. I think it's either 1 or 2 that we don't have to put on a piece of gear to put something else there. So I figured that would be the best option there. I did have here just for health, but the all-around benefits out of this one will be a lot more. So we gotta skip everything that has anything to do with melee because we're not meleeing anything. Let's see here. And then we'll come up here, we got grab this, adaptive spell damage while using a shield. This is to kind of help with the smite damage. It's just extra damage for us. Then coming over here, we grab this just for 300% critical strike chance and spell critical strike chance. So both our throw damage or throw chance and our spells have 300% crit chance. And then we'll come up here. We're definitely going to be grabbing this. So that's going to be 12% more move speed and a lot more fire damage as well. Let's see here. Because I wanted to try test this one out to see if it's gonna trigger off of my what's it called, the ring of shields. If I have this on here to where every 3 seconds the shield heals allies, what I want to check is to make sure is if that's gonna trigger it if I cast it, or if my shields do their heal and heal me, if it's gonna chance to proc that skill as this as well. So I'll have to test that out to see if that's more viable, because that will increase heal effectiveness and armor. So not sure if I'm going to really do that, but I'm wanting to probably go this route just to get more damage from this. And some bleed, just more ticking damage. I'm going to have to test it out to see how viable it's going to be. And then after that, it's pretty much, that should be pretty much it. Once we're done with this, and then try that, but I don't know. But what I'm probably going to be doing is going to be getting this at bare minimum, because it gives us that old glancing blow stuff. So 10% glancing blow is going to be pretty nice. Nothing like the old 100% glancing blow or anything like that like we used to have, but hey, we'll take it where we can get it. Because I was thinking about going this and then that, and that'll be, because I'm level 75, so I got 25 points left, so that will be 20. I'd have to try to see which way would be the most, because I want to do this just to get movement speed and damage. So I might do that and max this out, and then the rest of the points in there. But we'll have to see. So now we're going to go into skills. I haven't finished leveling this up. I'm testing a couple things on this just because of I had the shield bash here. I was testing it out to see how viable it was with the build, but I didn't like the way it felt. So I'm coming over here for this mainly. If you want, this is going to be more of an offensive standpoint for this. I'm coming up here for the 2 here for the extra shields. Coming down here, I have the 3 there just to come over here. I'm going to max this out, then I'll have 1 point left over, and I'm going to put that 1 point in here. If you don't want to be as offensive, you can skip all this and go into, you can put a couple points in there and maybe grab a couple more shields, 1 or 2 more shields. I'd probably say 1. You don't want to raise the mana too much. And then you can come over here and grab the heals and the armor on heals and stuff like that. And then you can grab these and then those whatever points you have left. If you want to go that route. Shield throw, I'm coming over here to grab this and coming over here grabbing all the fire stuff except for ignite, because I'm not really worried about ignites for my damage. My main focus is fire damage and throw damage. I did try like the ignite stuff and it wasn't as strong, so coming over here and block chance, the higher my block chance, the more damage I can potentially get out of the skill. So and then coming over here to where I can insta cast it repeatedly. I don't have to wait for it to come back or anything. That is something that, what the heck? I don't know where these guys are coming from all of a sudden, I guess because I did some. Interesting. Now, anybody else want to interrupt me? There you go. Alright, stay away. Back to what we were doing. You can take this off if you want. I mean, the damage is going to get dropped. I'd probably put it somewhere in here to where it would go faster and get a little bit more damage. But at bare minimum, you'd want this. Just for the simple fact of if you don't have that, you've got to wait for the cooldown to be done. So if you, with the cooldown, it's going to kill the damage. But if you have it to where it, whenever it reaches back to you, you could do that. It's all part of your, what you want to do, how comfortable you are with it. I've played both ways. This just seems to get a bit more out of it. Not only that, it reduces mana, but teach their own. Everybody has their own play style. So, then on Smite, coming over here with my last points, coming over here with this to get the crit multiplier. You'll want to max this out so that the health cost doesn't really hit you very much. Now, if you get your gear high enough to where the your leech and everything is sustaining your health, fine. Because once I'm said and done, my health is going to be almost double what I'm at right now. If at that point in time you feel comfortable, you can put the last point in here. That is totally up to you. I think I'm gonna put it in here because I'm not really worried about cast speed because I don't cast it. It's automatic casting. So I don't care how fast I want to cast it. It's gonna cast itself. So that'll just give me some more crit chance from my smites, which will be triggering all the time. And then coming down here for the spread flames and ignite chance. So, um, I thought about trying to taking these off just because I meant the spread flame is nice. The damage, it's 40 damage over 4 seconds. Um, so those are damage over time. So you can try switching this out for that. I haven't tried it just yet. Um, I actually might try that here soon. I actually might try it here after this video and see if maybe that does more damage. If I do, I'll leave a note in the comments below. Uh, Next up is Holy Aura. We're coming up here for all the fire stuff and the auras, flame burst, um, flame damage. So just all in all, good yummy stuff for fire. Coming down here for the throw attack damage, and and then here for the haste chance and throw attack speed. So you can kind of, if you're okay with a little bit slower, you could take 2 points out of there and go full in there just to get 48% damage. And then also increase stun chance. So that would be however you feel like it. I mean, I know mine isn't the fastest. I've seen a lot faster, but it plays just fine for me. And then once the haste procs, it does a lot faster. So with that, I think I'm at a point that I'm happy. But to each their own. And then last but not least, uh, what is it? Sigils of Hope. We're coming over here for duration, maximum sigil, only on me, and then block chance per sigil. And then coming over here for flame damage per sigil, um, and then damage, of course, and this was essentially just for the heal. You'll want to come over here for a chance of summoning a sigil on kill. So with that 1 point, you can move that around wherever you want. I like a little heal every once in a while because I can pop one and it'll heal me a little bit. You could put it over here for increased healing per. Um, so this one might be okay. This will consume all your sigils. Um, it'll essentially, once if you go below 25% of your health, it consumes the sigils and heals you for 200 health, which essentially is going to allow you to take one more hit, 1 to 2, depending on your resistance, stuff like that. So you definitely don't want to come over here because you want more than one sigil. I mean, you could come over here for Ignite per. It might help a little bit, but like I said, we don't have anything in like damage over time. Fire damage will help a bit, but that's totally up to you. Um, all right, so as far as gear, I'm gonna show you my idols. Excuse me, and then I'm gonna kind of show you what I'm wearing currently. Most of it is not in game what I'm going to have on the character going through, because like right now my resists are not where I want them. I just started messing with this character since I got up this morning, been crafting all day, burned all my money, and I essentially crafted like 3 pieces that are halfway of the where the tiers I want them to be. It hasn't been a very good day with crafting and gambling, and farming, trying to get gear and what I can do. So um, I also do need to get one more level so I can wear my Orion's Eye. Um, Now I'm going to kind of go over an option of what you can do aside from Orion's Eye. Um, so I'll give you an option of doing both ways. Um, I just like it because of the defenses and the mana that it gives me will help. Because right now, usually in the big fights is when I start having a little bit of issue near the end of the fights, and I think that little bit more mana will put me right where I want to be. So essentially, you'll want um, the Adorna idols, the ones that give you chance of casting Smite with your throw attacks. Um, you could try to get the ones like this one. I really want to try to get these um, just for the armor shredding, uh, because it just helps rip through them a lot faster. Because right now I'm essentially one's at 75 and one's at 34. If I can get one more, smites usually come pretty quickly. So I mean, if you wanted to use something down here with fire damage, or if say you have two of these like I have here, if say you had two 75s, um, and you want to take one of these out, you can mix in some, put them at the top and use some other big uh, ones down that do really high flame damage, um, stuff like that. So you can kind of change things up a bit there a little bit, just depending on how comfortable you are with the smite damage. Or if you don't want it to smite at all, you can get rid of smite. I mean, you can just have it sitting there as a tool to uh, for mana if you need it, type deal. Um, Other than that, the gear, I'm just using the Cinder Song just because I had it in there, and the fire damage, it's one of the better weapons that I just happen to have in, and I've been trying to craft a divine weapon all day, and I keep breaking them before they get anywhere near better than what this is. So for now, this is just what I have. Um, the helmet, and I got on a planner I'm gonna bring over here. I'm gonna show you what I plan to have. Um, I have this here: the fire damage, ignite duration, throw attack, critical chance. Um, Here we got the spell damage. It's just something I had in my inventory. Not really great for the build, but it's there. Um, this is something that I had from my other Sentinel, so but this will be being replaced as well. I was originally going to go the two converts on both the helm and chest, but I changed my mind on both of them because I can get a lot of damage out of those two spots. Um, and I could still cap my resist fairly easy. So I went ahead and I'm doing away with those two. The shield, shield block, throw attack damage, necro poison, um, rings. Now rings, I'm going to have. I'm pretty much going to be having the silver ones just for moving speed because I want to be able. I'm trying to make like speed builds, essentially ones that do a ton of damage, can take a beating, and can run fast. So you can get through the maps, clear them quick, farm quick, and get them beefed up quickly. Um, so this one will be silvers. Whenever I got them, I just happen to have two of these drop um, with high tiers on the top, the prefixes. So I just threw them on. We'll be doing the attack fire damage or throw attack damage, leech, health regeneration, and an armor, and then the belt. I can't remember. Oh, this is not what's going to be used, but this is just what I have right now. Um, Throw attack damage and fire damage, crit avoidance, and necro. The gloves are the crit gloves. This is, again, not what I'm going to be using. I meant the crit gloves, but not the stats. This is just something I had on. These boots I'm going to be using just because it has good resist on it, movement speed, and the ward gain on stop is pretty nice. Um, it's just really nice to have that big chunk of resist out of that. Then here we have fire damage, throw damage, physical, and elemental. So let me bring over the window. Okay. Oops. All right. So, and I'm gonna leave a link to this planner down below. So if you want to pull it and make your own little changes to it, um, feel free to do so. Um, so essentially, the helm, crit multiplier, cooldown recovery, vitality, fire damage and ignite, duration, critical strike with chance with shield throw on the. Now this is going to be, I'm going to show this just because it's here right now. Um, on the amulet, crit strike, throw damage, throw fire damage, void, and health. Um, essentially, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to either um, you can lose a little bit of health and take out, say, this health and put void resistance here, or do the which way, just so you can cap out your void resist. This is what I would do if you don't want to go Orions or while you're leveling. So I know you won't be able to have a couple of these like this and a couple pieces just because they're higher tier gear. But as far as, since you can't have Orion's Eye until 76, don't try to gamble it, don't try to craft it, don't try to get it until you're 76. Um, I would go this route, go to silver, and throw damage, throw fire damage, um, and then say take a little bit of HP off and go there, or you could take the crit avoidance off, say this ring, and put it there. Just find somewhere you can feel safe taking it off. So, um, with that being said, I'm gonna flip it back to what I normally have it. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave it there just because I want to use that for right now. Um, so what I'm gonna run for a bit, and I'm gonna test both ways with this setup because I know this will give a bit more damage. Um, so I'm probably gonna go this route, but I'm gonna test the Orion's Eye um, out with the crit avoidance, the health, and see how everything sits as far as defense and attack. And then I'm gonna try this way as well. So I'm gonna try this way first since I've already kind of started gearing this way. Um, on the weapon, uh, Divine Scepter, essentially those type as you're leveling up. Fire damage, crit, um, health on kill, ignite on hit, um, chest, vitality, health regen, crit strikes, chance with shield, and fire damage. Again, just like the helmet. Block, throw damage, necro poison. Ring, one is um, damage leech as health at, or leech, the hybrid leech, fire damage, health regen, armor, belt, ward gain on potion use, armor, void, poison. Other ring, fire damage, throw damage, damage taken. As far as leveling, you might want to, or if you feel uncomfortable with mana taking or shield throw using a little bit of mana, I would throw one of these rings, like like for instance, take off either I would probably say the throw damage and fire damage taken flip that over to the one that does throw damage and mana cost reduction. That way, you still get the damage increase, not as much since we're doing so much boost to fire, but it'll still give you a good damage increase, but give you the mana cost reduction. So, and then just to kind of help with leveling and not having to worry about mana at all, because while you're leveling up, you're going to have a lower pool of mana. Um, and then with those skills, you're gonna constantly be running out of mana every once in a while. So that will, if you have any cost to the shield throw, that might get you in a bind every once in a while. On the gloves, crit gloves, hybrid leech, throw damage, health, physical resist, boots, those same boots I showed earlier. Um, this will be the fire relic, throw damage, fire damage, physical resist, elemental resist, um, and that'll be it for that. So that, I know you'll see the resist down here being only 36%. The reason being is because of one, where is it? Because this will give us the 14% resist. And there was another skill that we have that gives us a ton of resist. Where is it? There was something that gave me a ton of resist. I can't remember what it was. Now this is gonna bug me because I gotta know what. Okay, let me try find this real quick. Okay, well, that's gonna drive me insane because I took all my gear off essentially, and um, I was sitting at like 30 resist. I guess. Oh, I think I know what it's from. It's just from the skills themselves. Let me see. Okay, so base right now with no gear on, with just my skills. Oh, here it is. I knew it was something that was giving me this. This gives me 30 elemental protection. Um, so now, granted, when I pop it, it bumps me up and almost maxes me out by itself. But I don't want to run around for half of its cooldown with crap or half my resistance. So um, essentially, all you need to do is get enough to hit the 75, um, and you're good to go. Yeah, that was going to drive me nuts until I figured that out. Um, but all right, so but that's it. It's essentially the gist of the build. Um, so you can kind of put that together and then run with it. I mean, I was leveling up and with shield throw, and it was fun. Throwing it around, killing stuff. I would, at bare minimum, when you get shield throw, the first thing you do is come down here, grab that, put your 4 in here, 1 in here, and then put it in there, and then it's gravy from then on. Um, After that, come this way. Um, I'm going to test. Well, I mean, I like having that extra there, but if I take this point off and take this off, I lose 1 ratchet, but that would also zero out my cost, and I could put it here to have faster speed and 4 extra base fire damage. Um, I'm probably going to try that out. It's going to be kind of frustrating because I got to take essentially 2 points, a point off here and then a point off somewhere else just to get to this and then take that one off. But I'm going to test that out to see if the damage is more if I do it that way. But like I said, you're going to lose one at bare minimum 1 ratchet with that. But here, we'll do a run real quick, kind of show you how it plays. And this, real quick, this is the reason why I was saying that your mana will run out, is because every once in a while, generally I'll try to cast these first, just to get them up. Generally they'll fill each other up by themselves. They're they don't cast very often, so I don't really want to rely on it, but I want to keep 4 up at all times. So doing that and then casting Holy Aura and ringing shields, it starts to eat at your mana really quick. I mean, my damage is not really from the Smite very much, but it does do a decent amount of damage. Because I essentially keep my ring of shields, and I'll generally pop this every once in a while as I'm running down because I don't really need it. I generally pop them, save those for whenever I get to the boss or get to one of those minions that y'all know that have way too much health, um, and just to help me kind of melt them down a lot faster. No. But like you said, see there, it's quick. Even on a single target, damage is pretty good. Granted, if you have more minions around, so generally if I start getting close, I'll start just pulling the enemies to the boss, and that way I'll run to the boss and then just spam, just boom, they die a lot faster. That way it'll ricochet back and forth instead of you just hitting one repeatedly, one. And like I said, my build's not done nowhere near halfway the damage potential that it's going to be at, and the defenses as well. So this is going to be a whole lot better here soon once we get it all built up. Uh, but I just finally got it going, and I wanted to put the video out and let y'all see how it works and how it's going. Um, but like I said, if y'all like the content, smash that like button. If you want to keep up to date with this build and my other builds and everything else, smash that subscribe button and feel free to join the Discord. Link is down below. Other than that, you all have a great one. This is Devin from Deadly Art Gaming. Have a good one. See y'all next time.